here comes the snow again. Hey everybody, welcome out to another episode of Balled Up Genetics. My name is Lloyd. If you like reptiles and not the cold, then this channel is for you. Today's topic is going to be how to keep your reptiles warm when you're in conditions like this and the power goes out. Yeah guys, I'm going to show you some quick videos of with the pond. I'm going to show you the pond right here. Luckily, you know, we didn't put Merlin, the Fly River turtle in, or any of the fish yet because we were cycling it. We really aren't planning on putting Merlin in until probably late March, early April is usually when temperatures are pretty good for him to go outside over here. But as you can see from this video, you know, the pond completely iced over. With conditions that are going across this country right now, especially here in Texas with the storms that are coming through, the extremely low temperatures that we're usually not used to, and the snow that's falling, I thought really quickly I want to talk about how to keep your reptiles warm during these conditions, especially if you have rolling blackouts or complete blackouts that last hours or even days. If you have just a few reptiles or you have a large collection of reptiles, you have to put into place an emergency plan for extreme weather conditions. Now outside we've had single-digit temperatures, we've had snow falling several inches here in San Antonio. That's something that we normally don't see. And we've had rolling blackouts and we've had power outages. You know, we've gone through personally where we've had, you know, the power go off for every, 45 minutes at a time throughout the day to having it over 11 hours straight off in freezing conditions. And we had to have a system in place to keep our reptiles warm. Now, if you have a few reptiles, you know, something simple to do is if your power is going to be off for an hour or 2 hours, just leave them alone. You know, they're going to be okay. The temperatures in your house are going to drop slowly, so they should be all right. If it's going to be, more than 2-3 hours, what you can do is you can have these heat packs. Now, you can get hand warmers from Walmart. You can also get these uni heats that are made for several hours. This one, in fact, will go to 40+ hours. So what you do is you take it out of this bag, you expose it to the air so it starts warming up. There's going to be a red stripe on the package. That red stripe is typically what you would, like if you use these for shipping, you would put that red line down towards your animals. But what you can do is if you only have a few animals, take this out of the bag, let it warm up a little bit, and then get a sock or get a towel and put these in that, and then you can put that in their enclosures. Now, if you put it in a towel, make sure the snake or the reptile can't crawl into the towel and get this, because you don't want them touching this, but you want them to get the heat from it. And by putting it in a sock or a couple of socks and putting it in their enclosure, that's going to give them enough radiant heat that you should be okay until power comes back on. Another contingency is if you have somebody, you know, friend, family, that they have power that you can pack up your snakes and take them over to if it's going to be a long duration without power. Okay, so another thing you can do if you have a small collection is you can get a cardboard box. You can get some of this insulation material. You can have it inside. Put your reptile in a bag, a snake bag, in a reptile bag, in a pillowcase, put them inside. Then what you can do is once your heat pack is out of the packaging and it's heating up, you can put it on it with that red line facing, that's going to be facing towards the animal. You can tape this on and put this in and keep it closed, and it'll keep them warm for hours and hours while your power is out. So that's another good system with a small collection. With a large collection, it's just not practical, and you have to have better plans for heating those animals, and we'll talk about that next. So with a little bit larger collection, you're going to have a good, reliable backup power source to keep them warm. You're going to need something that's going to be strong enough that it can either heat racks or heat the enclosures. And then you also have to think about your incubator too. You definitely, if you have eggs in your incubator and your power goes out for hours and hours, you have to have something hooked to it that's going to keep it running, because you don't want to lose all those eggs that are in there, because those eggs are valuable to you. And you know, you've put a lot of dedication and time in and taking care of your animals to get those eggs. You can get like a generator that you'll be able to have outside and run extension cords to operate your incubator or your racking system. The best is to get a dual fuel system one, so one that runs on gas and one that runs on propane, so you have an option of what to use. There are some smaller inverters that you can use to maybe use it for a small heater inside your room. Incubators, they might get an hour out of it, maybe two. It really depends on what kind of inverter you get. There's one right here that is battery operated, but you're not going to be able to hook your racks to it because it just doesn't have enough power. So that's a couple things that you can think of using for backup power. Also, too, remember just keeping the drawers closed, your enclosures shut, keeping the doors to your facility and your room, wherever you have your reptiles, shut, is going to help cut down on that heat loss and keep that cold from coming in pretty quickly. If you have a collection that's hundreds and hundreds of animals, then you need to have a dedicated secondary power source, generator, emergency generator that's hooked to your building or to your facility, that's gonna kick on the minute you lose power. But again, you know, I just wanted to go over real quickly, a little bit of investment in a secondary power source is going to help you in the long run. Even if you only use it once in that year, that one time is going to save you what? Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of animals, of time that you've invested in them. So don't be caught off guard. Don't wait till the last minute. I know sometimes when you're looking at some of this stuff, you think, man, that's a lot of money. But the investment's going to pay off, especially when you get into situations like we're having across the country right now with a lot of these snowstorms and stuff coming through. Just, you know, we need to be prepared in these situations. They may not arise all the time, but you need to have it in place in case it does. Luckily here at Bald Up Genetics, we had our contingency plans in place. When we lost our power for hours and hours, we were still being able to keep our reptiles nice and warm. Okay, everybody, and as always, if you can subscribe down below, turn on that post notification bell so every time we upload a video, you'll be informed. And of course, if you can share this video, it'll help this channel grow even more. So until next time, take care, stay warm, and we'll see you on the next episode.